Hey everybody, it's week 5 Class C 8-man rankings. Yes, it's week 5. Looking for a sponsor for this. All the money is going to go back to the kids. I've been doing it for 4 years. I want to use that money to do camps, tournaments, other once-in-a-lifetime opportunities that I'm going to get to announce here in the coming weeks. Pretty exciting stuff. So please help us out. Hit me up. We can work something out. With that, I better get into it. I got a small time frame. Let's start off with number 1. Surprise, surprise. Weibo 4-0, outscoring their opponents 242-30. Another big win against a good team last week, Fairview 48-6. Should be some interesting playoff matchups with these guys coming up right behind them. Coming in number 2, the defending state champs. They're 3-1. Their one loss was a forfeit. They played an ineligible player. Week 1, kid was one short, practice short. They put him on the field and they self-reported. So big ups to Ennis on that. They're outscoring their opponents 198-26. Probably won't see much of a challenge. They got White Sulphur yet, but probably won't, Twin. They probably won't see much of a challenge really until come playoff time. Week 3, we got number 3. We got Flint Creek. They're 3-0, 162-30. It's the co-op this year of Phillipsburg and Drummond. Pretty powerful combo there. Their opponents so far are 2-9, but it's just the way it is. Flint Creek is for real. I know they are. Number 4 this week, we got Charlo, who's just been absolutely crushing guys, 152-6. Tough to get in the end zone on these guys so far. They haven't really played anybody. They're also 2-9 record combined opponents. They're 1-0 against teams with a winning record. And number 5, Sims. They haven't got to play past couple weeks, so will they show some rust? They got a huge matchup this coming week. I believe it's against Great Falls Central. So see if they got any rust after only taking a couple weeks off. Their opponents are 2-6 in those games, outscoring their opponents 106-52. Number 6, Great Falls Central, that team I just talked about. They're sitting at 3-0. 148-90. They've outscored their opponents 4-6 combined opponent record, 2-0 against teams 500 or better. Coming in number 7 is Chinook. They're 2-1. Their lone loss was a 2-point loss to Great Falls Central. Outscoring their opponents 186-68. Their opponents 3-7 on the year. Number 8, Arley. They're also undefeated. Outscoring their opponents by almost 4 times as many, 170-48 so far on the year. Their opponents though haven't won a game, so that's why they're at number 8 with numbers like that. Number 9, White Sulphur Springs is also undefeated. They're 3-0, outscoring their opponents 178-83. Opponents' record is 2-10. Got a tough matchup Ennis in the coming weeks. I think they got this week off though. So let's go with number 11. Where are we at? Number 10. Number 10 is Twin Bridges, another Southern C team that's undefeated, 3-0, 124-48. They're outscoring their opponents, 4-7 record. Their opponents 1-0 against teams 500 or better. Number 11, now Belt, 2-2, 500 record, outscoring their opponents 154-130. Some real tough teams. They played 9-3 combined record. They're 1-2 against teams with a winning record though. So Belt needs to win those tough games and they can move up these rankings. Number 12, you got PDB, Power Dutton Brady, 3-1 on the year, outscoring their opponents by almost double, 154-80. Their opponents are 3-12 on the year. They're 0-1 against teams with a winning record. Number 13 this week is Fairview. They're coming off a big rough loss against Weibo, their conference foe, 122-104. They're outscoring their opponents. Their opponents are 9-3 on the year, so they're playing some pretty good teams as well. 2-1 against those teams. Every game has been against the winning team. Number 14 this week, we got Victor. They're 2-2 on the year, 132 points scored, 132 points against. Their opponents are 5-5. 1-1 against teams with a winning record. 15, Shields Valley, also 500, 2-2, 114 points scored, 138 against, 9-5 combined opponent record. They're 1-2 against teams with a winning record. Sitting at 16 right now is Broadus, who's really exploded the last couple weeks on offense. So 198 points scored, 156 against. So defense needs to do some work, it looks like. Help them move up them rankings. 8-6 combined opponent record, 1-2 against 500 teams. Sitting at 17, Culbertson Bainville, 3-1 on the year, 132 to 118. They're 4-9 combined opponent record. They're 1-1 against teams with a winning record. Coming in at number 18, falling to number 18, I should say, Park City, 1-3 on the year, 90 to 153. They're being outscored. Their opponents are 11-3, so not real slouches. 1-3 against winning teams, so every one of their games is against a team 500 or better. Number 19 this week is CGI. They were ranked number 1 for me early in the year. I don't know what's going on. I haven't watched any film on them. Not starting off real well. They're outscoring their opponents 110 to 85. 5-6 is the record of their opponents. 0-2 is their record against teams 500 or better. They've been getting blown out in those 2 losses, so they absolutely destroyed Centerville, and that's kind of where their point difference comes, why they're leading it. Number 20, we have Darby. They're a 500 team, 2-2, 136 to 148. They're being outscored. 5-9 is their opponent's record. 0-2 is their record against teams 500 or better. Number 21, Superior. Who would have thought these guys are having a rough go? 0-3 on the year, being outscored by double, 96, let up 200 points. They've been really getting them put it on them the last couple weeks. So they're averaging almost 70 points a game against. 7-4 combined opponent record, 0-3. So every team they've played has had a winning record. See if Superior can turn it around. 22, Scobie. They're 500 as well. 86 to 98 is their points allowed, points scored against. 5-9 record. They're 0-2 against teams with a winning record. Maybe they should be a little bit ahead of Superior, judging by record, but I think their 2 wins are against teams that are in the bottom 5. So that's why they sit there. 23, Sealy Swan. They're 0-4, being outscored 48 to 192. So another team that's being outscored by almost 4 times. But there's a reason. The teams they've played are 12-1. They're 0-4 against every team they've played is nearly undefeated. So 3 of them obviously are. The other loss is probably because one of those other teams played each other. So Sealy Swan has had a tough opening season. Maybe it'll pay dividends down the road. Number 24, Broadview Levina, coming off a loss to Shields Valley. They're 1-2. That 1 win's coming out by way of forfeit week 1 against Ennis. 58 to 135 is their scoring. 8-3 is the combined record of their opponents. So they're 1-2 against teams 500. Scoring wise, they're 0-3. 25, Harlowton. They're 500, 2-2, being outscored 79 to 96. They're 4-12 combined opponent record, 0-1 against teams with a winning record this year. Gardner comes in at 26, 1-3 record, being outscored by double, 72 to 148. 8-7 opponent record, 0-3 is their opponent or against teams 500 or better. I know they had a rough game last week against Ennis. Coming in at 27, we have Circle. They're 0-3, looking to get their first win yet. They better start scoring more points. They only have 24 on the year, 114 led up, 7-5 combined opponent record. All 3 of the teams they played have had a winning record though. 28, Absorki, 0-4, 55 points scored, 205 against. 10-5 opponent record, 0-3 against winning teams. Cascade, 0-4, 54 points scored, 241 led up against. I think that's a class. Yeah, that's the worst in Class C8, man. So maybe their defense could I know they've had a tough go. 9-4 record against is the record of their opponents. 0-4 against winning teams. So every team they played is 500 or better. Coming in number 30 in Knoxon, 0-3. I'd say they'd have the lowest scoring offense, but they don't. 8 points in those 3 games. 170 points against. Thing for Knoxon though is their opponents haven't lost. Their opponents are 9-0. So Knoxon's had a little bit tougher than some of the final bottom 2 teams. Hayes, they're sitting at 31. They've scored 34 points and let up only 154. Their opponents aren't as tough as Knoxon's though. They're 9-3. They're 0-3. So, but every one of the teams they've played are winning as well. Centerville comes in with the lowest scoring offense. Never would have thought that 5 years ago. These guys were a powerhouse. 6 points this year. 198 led up against in those 3 games. That's, I don't know, almost 70 points a game, a little over 60. 6-3 opponent record. 0-2 against teams with a winning record. So with that, that's it for Class C 8-man this week. Till next time. Like I said, looking for those sponsors. Need that money to get these camps, tournaments, and these other opportunities that you're going to hear about in the next week or two. Till next time, signing off.